The old dwarf doesn't react to your presence as you approach, as he gazes over the landscape. A deep frown set in his face. It's a pleasant view, and it might be nice to take a break and watch the landscape. Sit. Okay. Oh, damn. Sit and look at the view. This view may look beautiful to you. To me, it reminds me of how long we have been gone. I barely recognize this landscape. I grew up here when it was called the Broodlands. I used to tend the Life Shrine so many years ago. Then we left to help safeguard the mortals. Ask what it felt like to leave the Dragon Isle. The reason I am here, looking over this alien landscape, is because for such a long time, I dreamed about returning here. It has been 10,000 years. This was my home. I never expected we would be gone for so long. After a while, I never expected to return. How does it feel to be back? You can probably remember where you grew up, the smell of your parents' cooking, or can remember playing with your friends who live close by. Hey. Now imagine that you have forgotten how to get to your childhood home. You can never visit again, can never walk the paths of your childhood. Perhaps you think me overly sentimental. You try living for 10,000 years never being able to visit your home. Finally visit only to find it completely different, and then come back to me. Although, I heard that Gnome again was lost for a while, and that the damage will last for many years. I can imagine you can relate to what I speak of. If only I had dragon riding, I could totally get him. 10,000 years is a long time. 10,000 years. I can barely believe it's been that long since we left. You can't imagine how awful that time was. The fear that surrounded us, the sundering, the betrayal of the Black Dragonflight, the Dragon Wars. Ask about the Dragon Wars. The Dragon Wars. You may call it something different, but I was there, and that's what I call it. All the Dragonflights versus the Black Dragonflight. You would think it would be an easy fight. 4 versus 1 after all, even with the demon soul. The blue flight was nearly destroyed in Nethelion's initial strike, so 3 to 1. Still great odds, until you realize what it was like. What do you mean? You know only Neltharion as Deathwing and his brood as mad evil beings. We knew them before they fell. This wasn't some unknown menace. This wasn't some great evil looming like the Legion was. These were our friends, our loved ones. That sounds awful. It was awful, not knowing what's going on, thinking there's something you could do to snap them out of it. They were my friends. and they were killing my brothers and sisters. You had friends in the Black Dragonflight? I had many friends in that Dragonflight, some as close as clutchmates. Growing up, we used to play pranks on the elders. I remember one time we coated Alexstras's tail in honey while she slept, and what does it matter? Oh. My best friend was of the Black Dragonflight. We intermingled a lot back in those days. Not like now, where most flights keep to themselves. Tell me more about your friend. Isn't it funny? I can't remember her name. I can remember her face. I can remember how the light bounced off her beautiful scales, but I can't remember her name. Oh no. I can remember the horror when I came home to finding her standing over the bodies of my family. Practically her family. I can remember the gut-wrenching despair as I plunged my claw into her throat. And I remember the hate in her eyes as the light went out in them. But I can't remember her name. I always wondered, if I had been a better friend, could I have prevented it? Did she not like she could come to me as she felt the corruption starting? Abyssian was cleansed. There must have been something I could have done, but she didn't come to me. Must have felt she couldn't talk to me about it. If I was a better friend, if I had told her, oh Titans, if I told her how I felt, could it have gone differently? I loved her, and I can't remember her name. Thank you for listening to me, young one. I appreciated it more than you can know. Oh, ding. Thank you for listening to me, young one. I have a favor to ask. Don't worry, no more stories. When with this place, I left a time capsule source. Would you be able to retrieve it for me? We left it at the bottom of the Ruby Shrine, hidden behind one of the pillars. I hid it with a sigil. I can activate it should you see my time capsule. It's such a shame Veritistrasz won't help out. He grew up here. Think of the things he could teach us. I have tried to cheer him up, but nothing seems to work. I even brought the whelps over to him, but that just made him worse. It's not something we can help until he wants help. We can just be ready to provide support when he wants it. I find myself oddly excited. Apparently, I am looking forward to looking through the time capsule. How unexpected. Thank you, young one. You have given me a lot to think about. It seems like I put this in the time capsule. I don't think I have much use for it anymore. Maybe it's useful for you. Ooh, spiked crab. Quest complete. It has been so long since I left this here, I barely remember what was in it. Yeah, I'm interested too. Veritistrasz starts looking through the time capsule. A pressed leaf. I'm sure I thought that was important at the time. Oh, this is an old focus for tending to the eggs. I remember this. There's a lot to go through here, and these old bones can only take so much. I'll have to check through it later. Oh, apparently I left a letter too. Oh, Titans, I barely recognized the dragon who wrote this. I was so hopeful when I left. I was so sure we could make a difference. what I wouldn't give to feel just the smallest fraction of that again. Thank you, young one. You have given me some things to think about. Okay, so... Thank you, young one. You listened when I needed someone, and that counts for a lot. Feel free to stay a while. Could I see the letter you wrote for the time capsule? Of course. Let me create a copy for you. Feel free to come and sit with me whenever you like. Time capsule letter. Azeroth breaks, and the Black Dragonflight is attacking both dragons and the mortals. With the collapse of the Kaldori Empire, the breaking of the lands, they are close to helpless. We have been talking, and will soar to their aid. Alexstrasza has asked each of us our opinion, and we all agree to help protect them. These times are tough for everyone, but at least us dragons understand what is going on. They are as in the dark as when they were. Terrible things have taken place here after the Black Flight turned. Staying here could end up leaving a sour taste in our mouths, and we need to be where the mortals are to protect them adequately anyway. I am leaving this record for those who come after us if we do not make it back. We love this land. Please take care of it. We have left a lot of our friends behind to take care of the land. Treat them with respect. Help the mortal races if we have fallen. They have incredible potential. Do not trust the Black Flight if they still exist. Something has happened to them, and they are vicious murderers now. We go now to the mortals' aid, and potentially to our doom. But we do so in the knowledge that we can help and protect those that need it. We have all our reasons. I was not there to protect my family when they needed it. I can only hope that I can be there for others, so they do not have to feel that pain. Live life to the fullest. Veritistrasz.